Has been clicked.
Welcome to Sports Mania, and the Champions League carries on, and this is what we're going to talk about. So let's start with the lovely intro.
Priceless gem!
Yes, welcome to the show, and we are starting with introducing a panel, small panel, but hey ho, we've got people. George, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm the panel, guys.
Yes, pretty much. It's me and you.
Austin's producer / panel. It's just me. It's basically I'm the only sole panel because Abdi's busy doing stuff and everyone else is busy apparently.
Yeah.
So,
hello, Austin. How's it going?
Crap.
You all right, Austin?
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Hello.
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Producer's not responding.
No, sorry. I've just had a very, very, very long day. No, but I'm good. I'm good.
Yes. Well, it'll be the three of us that will carry on the discussion. We'll do our best. Right, let's get into it then. Starting off, George, with Liverpool Inter Milan. And, Liverpool still got through 2-1 on aggregate. But the Anfield... Huh?
Inter Milan, who?
What'd you say, George?
Milan derby.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Inter, they won the game, though. The Anfield Knights effect wasn't really there, but that Liverpool didn't really need to win it. But that was a bit of a slippery game, though.
Yeah, just going to clarify, because as the people on here all know, we are all visually impaired. So, Austin, can you see me on the camera?
Yes, I can. Do you know what?
Right.
That's probably the best camera view we've ever had on any of our.
Right, so I'm just checking because obviously everyone knows I'm probably the blind. Well, no, Hubert's up there, blindest one here, but we roll with that. So anyway, Liverpool.
I didn't see that one coming.
Hey.
Hey.
Dear.
Right. All right, Stevie Travolta. So Liverpool Inter. I've been saying it for ages. I don't think everyone bands on about the Anfield atmosphere. It was good years ago, but like recently, I get European nights are different, but I've been to Anfield in an evening, and the atmosphere is shit. Well, it was when I went. Fair play to Inter Milan. They went to Anfield. Not many people do that. Alexis was playing all right before and then he got sent off, I think. So I think he wanted to go and watch Crufts and walk his dogs, maybe. So Martinez he's scored a good goal. They were lucky, Liverpool, from what I didn't watch the whole game. I just watched bits of it. So from the impression I got, they were kind of lucky to get through.
One bit I've seen today, Austin, that I find quite interesting is the fact that Mo Salah has rejected Liverpool's latest contract offer. He says he's prioritising staying at the club, but Liverpool need to, if they want him to stay, Liverpool need to give him better contract offers. Do you think he will stay at Liverpool after this season?
So obviously, Salah is seen as possibly one of the best players in the world at the moment. So if Liverpool want to keep him in that squad and, have that reputation of, having that player, one of the best players in the world as a part of their team, then they need to do something to actually keep him. They can't just let him go. Give
him a pyramid.
Mo Salah is probably one of the most important players to Liverpool, and I feel that Mo Salah is like someone that actually, in a way, not in a way creates Liverpool, but makes Liverpool who they really are. If you get what I mean.
He's definitely the headline when it comes to Liverpool. George,
Yeah.
do you think he'll stay at Liverpool?
Yeah, I think it will. I think it could. Obviously, we don't know what's going on. It could be a lot of agents touting, trying to see what better deals they can get for Salah. Like Salah's constantly come out and said, Liverpool know what I want. So Liverpool ain't going to offer what he exactly wants straight away, because we all know what people at clubs do. They try and twist it and offer a little bit less and save them as much money as they can. But in the end, I think he'll sign a new deal. Because at the end of the day, mate, right, who can afford Salah?
That is fairly true. That is fairly true.
There's only one or two teams while someone's playing the piano.
Yeah, I was going to say, good tune there, Austin. Good tune.
Just want to welcome Liberace to the
Yeah.
Sorry,
we've got our very own busker on the show today, everybody.
George Holland's it.
Question is, can you play You'll Never Walk Alone? Then that's the question.
No thanks.
Right, Austin, have we got any comments before we move on?
We do. Tom.
Tommy.
He has said he's only here for John Travolta. Oh.
Fair enough. That's fine. That's fine.
And then he said, not Chelsea.
I mean, I don't think much there is for Chelsea, really. I'll quote. I'll make
a bit of thing. I don't know if it's been mentioned anywhere, but apparently Chelsea's bank account has been suspended.
Yes, it has. I mean, I'll briefly.
It's been said.
To describe Chelsea's situation, I'll briefly mention it and move on because we weren't going to talk about it. But I'll just say, quote one of our Sportsmania members this morning. I think it was Lottie, put it very clearly. We were looking for Declan Rice. Now we can't afford egg fried rice. Yeah, that's all we need to say on that.
Chelsea are bankrupt everywhere they go.
For the time being, anyway. Moving on to the next game then. Bayern Munich, Salzburg, and...
this was close, this one.
Yeah, very close, mate. 5-2 on aggregate, I believe it finished. Bayern Munich turning Salzburg over like pretty much everyone expected.
It was 7-0, wasn't it?
Was it 7 in the end? Was it
7-1?
7-1.
Well, that if you're
Austin, can you get up who scored? Because I don't know everyone who scored.
I already know who scored.
Cool.
Ooh,
just correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, no, just correct me if I'm wrong. Because you normally do.
Yeah, no. Big up.
Yeah, like I was saying, it was 1-1. Salzburg done really well to get to 1-1, and then a really, really tight game. Finished 7-1. So I think Lewandowski got 4.
Wrong.
All right. What did he get?
He got 3, which was 2 penalties, which was in the 12th minute and 21st minute, which the penalties, and then the 23rd minute he scored another one. But it wasn't a penalty.
Sane?
Sane got his in the 85th minute.
Yeah, go on. Who else?
Gnabry got his on the 31st minute, and Thomas Müller-Rice, as I call it, got one at 54 minutes and one at 83 minutes.
Okay, well, so then
not many goals then.
They kind of dominated that whole game. So they're still dangerous, Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean? I think not a lot of people are mentioning them in the Champions League when it comes to winning it, but all they keep saying was Man City, well, PSG, but we'll come into that. Man City, Chelsea. I actually saw someone said that Man United got a better chance of winning the Champions League than Munich. I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, they were clearly drinking.
They had a lot of
fair play to. I want to say fair play to Salzburg, but no.
It's difficult to really give Salzburg. I mean, they
in the first leg maybe, but not
in the first leg I would. In this one, they fell apart. I mean, not many people expected them to do anything, but I mean,
it was. I don't know. It was fair play to Munich. They've got the players to turn it on like that.
Munich are their
I know-
usual lethal selves.
I know this is a bit irrelevant, but it kind of is relevant a bit. But I don't know if people have seen that Serge Gnabry, he's been doing an interview and he said that he's considered about if the offer was there about returning to the Premier League.
Oh,
You can see that. I mean, he's a great player.
And he said he had only signed for one team, which would be Arsenal, because he said he's got unfinished business there. So that could be something to.
look
I'm
forward.
not saying it will happen, but it could, maybe something to keep an eye on in the summer.
Yeah, it could do. You never know. I mean, Austin, Bayern Munich, surely you put them up there with potential of winning the Champions League. They are looking dangerous. Yes, I know you could say they only played Salzburg, but still, to score this many goals.
Drew with them, didn't they, in the first leg? So.
Yeah. You can't really,
Shall I come out with my classic line?
No,
Yeah.
Absolute classic line.
what, you didn't see it?
No. It's anyone's game. You never know what's going to happen.
I was going to say, I did not see it in the show.
I feel like Bayern Munich had a very good game and there was a lot of goals and
You're too common.
no,
You ain't got
Yeah,
the French accent.
He
leave me
tries his
alone,
best
I'm-
on that one, I
I'm-
guess.
I do try. I could do David Attenborough, but we won't go there.
No. Let's yeah.
If you want to do David Attenborough, do him in your own time.
Let's
Well,
carry on.
no, anyway, so obviously, like Jules said, they did draw
Away from Harry Kane.
in Austria last month. They did draw last month in Austria, 1-1. But credit to Bayern Munich, 7-1 win. They clearly were the better side. Well done to Lewandowski.
Just
Fuck
a
is that,
tad.
Martin? No, mate.
Well-
I just
well
want to
done
welcome
to-
Michael Owen to the group.
Michael
you.
Owen,
Thank
I
you.
mean,
If I can remember correctly, there was only 25,000 people at that match as well. There weren't a lot of people.
Yeah, and
there.
look, did you just say, they were clearly the better team? Or
I mean,
well, I don't know what gives it away, apart from the 7-1 victory.
when you look at the German Cup, for example, when Bayern beat Werder Bremen 12-0, they were clearly just edging it.
It's
Yeah.
not having Chris Kamara on there. It's
It's
even,
unbelievable.
but Munich's on
I don't know,
top.
Jeff. I
Wow.
don't know, Jeff.
Well, is anyone in the comments saying Bayern with a better side?
Tom said, I remember when they absolutely battered us, the bastards.
Yeah, back
Bayern
to
pretty
back,
much
mate.
Bayern
That's
batter anyone though. That's the thing. We got battered.
5-1 back to back. That was painful.
We got battered by
They
them a
had-
few seasons ago. So
Thing is, they had like 18 shots, and only 9 of those shots were on target by Munich.
Yeah, they
Well,
scored
But
7.
they
I
had-
was going to say, they scored 7 out of the 9 on target. 18
So,
shots on target is quite a lot.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Man of statements you are today.
Pretty sure.
It's on
pretty-
overtime.
I'm pretty sure if I can remember. No, I've done enough overtime, thanks. I'm pretty sure if I can remember correctly, when I watched highlights the other day, I think they said it was like Bayern Munich had 72% possession throughout the whole throughout both halves, whereas Salzburg only had 27%.
Rich, you had
Yeah.
that. That's for a 7-1
I
game.
was going to say, that's fairly standard.
Yeah,
But for a 7-1 game, if you really think about it, that's actually not that much.
It's not
No.
that much, but
No,
Mm.
it's obviously they had the majority of the possession, but 72% and they've won 7-1. You'd be expecting like 85, maybe 90.
I was also looking at possession. Possession doesn't always get you anything because in the Champions League final, Chelsea had 38% possession and won the game.
Yeah.
City had the rest and didn't. So
But as we've seen, boys, with possession in games, you can have all the possession in the world. You can't put the ball in the net. Don't do,
Don't-
you know?
don't know what
good.
you're on about. No idea what you're on
well,
about.
Liam Archer has just put comeback Sarge.
Evening, Liam. Hope you're doing
Uh,
all right, mate.
Serge. Sorry,
Oh.
not Sarge. Serge.
I was
Serge.
going to say, who's Sarge?
Sarge.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh. Right, well, we move on to.
Hang
I
on,
mean,
one more. There's one more.
Oh,
There's one
is
more.
there more?
Sorry. Tom then put biggest comeback in the world. Chelsea going back to the second division.
I thought the biggest comeback
Me
was
too.
Austin saying that makes sense.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, dear, oh dear. Right, well, What can we say about Man City Sporting, George?
Weren't very sporting, was it?
Yeah, we've done that last time.
Yeah, it normally works the second time.
He's ill.
It was 0-0, wasn't it? Really,
I think
done
so.
what they had to do. A couple of young kids got a run out. I think they come on, didn't they?
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest highlight for me is the youngsters being given a chance.
No fair play to good enough for them, I suppose. That the tie was over in the first leg, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Didn't really expect much on that game.
no, they kind of done what I want to say. They've done what they had to do. They didn't really have to do anything.
No, they could have just they could have.
You think about it, even a 3-0, Sporting would have had to absolutely have battered City. Like,
Well, they would have had to beat them 5-0 to go to extra time, which was never.
and like 6 to win, obviously, like to go through, but 5 extra time, and it's just like no. So, like City could have just put their youth team out if they really wanted to.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't. To be fair,
I'm surprised they played as many, like main of their first team as they did.
Yeah, you would kind of expect that maybe they would have rested a lot of players because I don't think anyone expected City.
They were that easy. Scott Carson played.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Scott Carson. Like, I don't even know how old he is. He's got to be in his 30s.
I was
Something.
gonna say I don't know.
Like, I think that was his debut. Would it have been his debut, or it was definitely his first game of the season?
his debut. 30-year-old. Yeah, welcome to my debut. Jeez.
Yeah, like, but then obviously they play people like I think Foden and all that lot played, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right, I'm surprised that they did, but yeah, I suppose you can only play as in your 23-man squad.
And I guess Pep didn't want to come across as disrespectful towards Sporting, even though ideally he probably would have won.
No, I get that, but
36.
mate, it's 5-0 down. Oh, he's 36.
Wow.
Thanks to Liam Archer on that one.
There
Cheers,
you go.
Liam.
Cheers,
But,
Liam, for that.
I
Hey.
don't know if it was his debut, but I know it's definitely he don't play often because it's normally Zach Steffen that covers Edison. But fair enough.
Austin, have we got any other comments?
No, but we have my opinion on the match, if you don't mind.
Good.
Okay, here we go.
So I have actually got a very good one here. Right, okay,
Going
this
to
is what I thought. Man City, they created chances, right, okay. You had Raheem
Yes.
Sterling with a
Raheem.
one-on-one opportunity in the first half, and then obviously you had Gabriel Jesus. Obviously he had a goal ruled out, didn't he, for offside by VAR?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think that Sporting, they defended well, and they returned to Portugal with their pride, restored, I guess.
Can I just ask a
Yes.
really random
Restored.
question?
Go on.
Yes.
So, I'm not trying to be funny, but why does it when anyone from England say a player, they have to say it in the native tongue of where that player's from?
There was nothing wrong with Gabriel Jesus.
So, but normally if that was us,
Why
we'd
don't I say Gabriel Jesus?
Well, why not?
Because
Oh.
it's Jesus.
Or like Thierry Henry.
Just like Mesut Ozil is not Mesut Ozil, it's Mesut Ozil.
I think it's because it's
I've
a bit.
just always wondered it.
I think the reason I think people do it is to try and be respectful to the country the players originate from. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true, but I think that's if I had to put a
Well,
reason to it, that's what it would
Perfect
be.
example on the radio when we had Laurent Koscielny.
It's,
Fucking hell. I thought we had 3 different players.
there was one where it was
Koscielny, and Koscielny.
That usually does happen though. I remember
Right.
I was watching. I was watching Arsenal Brighton a few seasons ago,
yeah.
and there was that player. Was it Escudero or something like that?
Yeah.
Escudero.
And at one point, I thought there was Brighton were playing with about 14 players. There was Escudero, there was
like Ozil.
Esquierdo, there was
Perfect
something
example.
else.
Perfect example. Ozil.
Ozil.
Who are these people?
It's Mesut
Right.
Ozil.
But
I remember once.
I've got
remember
another
once,
name for him, but we won't say that on
Yeah,
here.
well,
I remember once
there's
a
certain
radio-
things we can't.
A radio presenter called Hector Bellerin.
Yeah. But
Right.
The thing
I
I think
just never understood it. And it wasn't even mean as disrespectful. It was just
No.
I wondered why they did it.
no,
I
I
mean,
think like I said, I think the reason I'd put to it is basically to be respectful to their country of origin, to try and at least pronounce it as best as you can, as close as you can to the original.
That's why I said it like that, because like Tom just commented saying that last time he saw Jesus, he was hanging on. He was hanging.
yeah, we get the picture.
Yeah.
And just
That is the
some
trouble when
English
your birthday is
commentators-
on Christmas Day.
Last some English commentators do say Gabriel Jesus.
Or Jesus.
Yeah, but it's either Jesus or Jesus.
And it's like
Right.
when UEFA had the problem when everyone kept saying Club Rouge for the last 50 seasons,
Ah,
and then suddenly UEFA went, no, it's actually Club Brugge. But only now they pointed it out when people have been saying it Club
Right.
Rouge for years.
This is the best thing. So there was a lick, like Tom might know this because he's a lot older than me. Just before I dropped that in, Tommy boy. So
Bye,
there was a
Tom.
Cheers, Tom.
He's probably gonna punch
He's
me. on
going.
Sunday.
He's not listening to us anymore.
So I'm sure there was like some cleaning thing called Ajax.
What?
Ajax. Yeah. Years
Okay.
ago. So, but
Oh,
why?
yeah. It's Ajax.
No, people
Well,
call it
that's
as Ajax. So why is it called Ajax at a football club?
Because in Dutch, the J is a Y.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, this interesting
Anyway.
debate for another show. Moving on.
it
Tom
feels a
said,
bit
oh, yeah.
slammed, doesn't
Tom
it?
said,
Move.
Tom, you're not really helping yourself in this favour here, mate. You put, Ajax.
Yeah, see?
Tom, you're not helping yourself here, mate.
He helps me. He's
But
he's
they
one of
called
mine.
it. They called it. He put, Ajax, but they called it Ajax. Haha.
Yeah, see?
Not helping yourself, Tom.
That's right.
Clarification.
Filled a bit of time. It's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say clarification there. Right, moving on though. Beautiful result. So, the great PSG, they got in Pochettino, they got in Mbappe, they got Neymar, they got Messi, they've got Honey Monster in Donnarumma. And
Why did you call him?
And it's- that's been a frequent nickname I've heard for him. Anyway, so they've had all the talent on the pitch to face the great Los Blancos, and
What do you call me?
I didn't call you anything. What?
He called you lost blindness.
No, I said Los Blancos.
That was years ago.
Anyway, so basically, PSG, controlling the game, doing very well, and then Benzema decided to kind of kill the game.
Do you want to
for
go to
PSG.
Austin first? Because obviously I've got a lot to say about
Yeah,
it.
we'll go to Austin first because Austin, what's your opinion? I mean, PSG. Yeah, go on. What do you think of the game?
It's like what you said. PSG, they obviously started off strong, with Mbappe. To which I heard that, and it Real Madrid that's actually trying to buy Mbappe as well.
The world's worst secret.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
the
likely
world's
that it's already done, if not already.
I think
Confirmed.
he went in the dressing room after the game and probably celebrated with him. Missed that time.
Credit to Benzema, like we said. Obviously, just came and went. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And they weren't. And it wasn't even like they were distanced between themselves. Do you get what I mean? It was like they were like within minutes apart. Do you get what I mean? So well done to him. So yeah, no. PSG, like I said, they're in what I would like to call cruise control. So
It was a mission impossible, really.
yeah. Until obviously Real were offered a lifeline by Donnarumma. And then Benzema, he just forced himself into a mistake in his own area before finishing off. Is it Vinicius Junior?
Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius, Vince Jr. See, that's it, properly. Just call him Vince Jr. not-
Vince Junior.
Vinicius
But I mean,
Junior.
that's where it should be more. Not all this. Vinicius Jr. Yeah,
That's his
Vince
actual
Jr..
name, though.
Come on, son.
In España, that is how you pronounce it.
Like Liam said, bottled it again.
Yeah, bottle jobs PSG. George, what
Hey,
on earth do PSG have to do to actually, get to something? Because Julian Laurent did not provide the answer on 5 Live, and I couldn't wait for him to come on and explain how he's greatest team in the world are still not.
Well, PSG stands for play shit game, so you know.
Paris
Well-
Savings Group, mate.
Well, obviously, Julian Lauren, as the English would say, he's very I don't know how I'm saying this. He's very blinded by he thinks PSG are better than what they are.
No
Oh,
pun
that
intended.
was blinding.
Like Jason Can.
Oh,
Like Jason Can.
Oh, excuse me. What's
I
it done
thought
to
you
you?
said something else. I thought you said Jason.
I thought you said something very rude there, my friend.
I thought you said Jason.
Yeah. I think we
Yeah.
I think we get the point. But anyway, what were you saying about Mr. Conte?
He was saying that they don't play enough games like this. Right. So in the French league, it's just
Just a war.
they're easy. Well, supposedly meant to be easy games in the Farmers League. Like, sorry, any French people that are watching, but your division's really not competitive.
Oh,
It isn't.
It's fairly true though. PSG, apart from an occasional Lille or a Monaco, in the last few years, more often than not, PSG bossed the league pretty much every
Now
season.
you go through it, yeah.
yeah, but
So-
George, don't say that. Don't you think we've got enough shit going on in the world? We don't need France trying to go to war with us now.
I could say something, but I'm not going to.
What happened? Oh,
Yeah,
a
just
blind
sit
man
back.
instigated.
French
What
have-
happened? The blind man instigated the French.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Whatever.
don't think
Just
I can-
Daredevil. Just leave it. A French wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so you go through the team: Donnarumma, in Italian number one, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, Icardi,
Ramos.
Ramos, like Mbembe. Is that his name? Mbembe. Sorry.
Kimpembe.
Yeah, like and Fekini. Like they're not rubbish. Do you know?
They've got great players
They should be
there.
running away with a squad. Like, but the problem is, and I tell you, I hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
You can take the man out of Tottenham, but you can't take the Tottenham out of the man.
Oh god.
Yes,
Like
you say that,
Pochettino-
but this is
It-
PSG's had it with every manager. They've had it with Tuchel. They've had it with every manager. Is it really Pochettino? Because you can't really
Yeah, of
just
course
blame
it
it all on the manager.
Yeah, blame Pochettino.
No, you
That's
can't. Though. It's not just the manager's fault.
It goes
I-
hand in hand for me, though, because PSG have got a bottling mentality. I get that, but they brought Pochettino in to win trophies, and he couldn't even do that. He might have won the odd cup or something. Under Thomas Tuchel, I think that was the closest they was ever going to get. Even he said that it's got a bottle job mentality. But are you surprised when you've got like the Karate Kid as their owner? Because they lose the game, he runs into the referee.
Oh,
and
that was
starts
interesting. That
Running,
was
starts
that.
wanting to have a punch up with her. Neymar's having a punch up with who was it? Was it Courtois?
Wow.
That's all right. You know what I mean? Like killing them softly, scored the first goal, and then he had 2 goals disallowed. He thought, I'm going to get the match ball. And then Benzema was like, no. Smooth criminal at work here. I'll grab the hat trick. So he took the match ball. I don't. PSG, they remind me of a rich Spurs. It's not like they're like over here we have Spursy, but over there it's got to be PSG, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
what- I agree with what you're saying. They have a bottle job mentality because they do. I don't know how you change that. Because you can have all the best managers in the world, like there's no disrespect. Thomas
And you can
Tuchel.
have all the best players in the world.
Oh
and
yeah,
that
like
doesn't
look
do
at
anything.
they've got Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. Like they're not no mugs, are they? I know people say that Neymar's a sport little brat, and to be fair, he is.
He is, but he's got some talent.
He's got talent when he's not sniffing the grass, when he's dived everywhere. But Messi's not. I think the worst thing that happened to him was signing Messi. And I've said it.
Well, they expected that to be the number one thing to that. And I've said this at the beginning of the season when they signed Messi. I said, they've signed him. I tell you for now, they will not win the Champions League because they'll still find a way to mess it up. And look what happened.
Yeah, and it just. I don't know, but like. They are a money bag FC, is well, there's no other way to put it. It's just at the end of the day, obviously Pochettino's going to get the sack now. We all know that. He'll go to Man United.
Yeah, I don't think you expect anything else. PSG is just a French Man City, really.
No, because Man City win things, mate.
Well, they won the league.
But the PSG didn't last season.
Yeah, but they won the league the season before.
Yeah,
what have PSG won that Man City didn't? And what Man City won that PSG didn't in the last few seasons?
We don't know yet because City is still in it.
They're still in it, but they've had many. Last season they got the Champions League final, which is one better than PSG, but they still lost it. They've not won the Champions League since Pep Guardiola came in, which is primarily what they brought him in for.
Yeah, I think they're more like Spurs. A rich Spurs. Man City win a lot more than, say, PSG do. Like, I'm going on since Pochettino's been there as well.
Well, since Pochettino, yes. The only thing they've won, I think, is
the French,
the French Cup
or
French Cup, and I think did he win one league title with them?
No, I don't think he's won one yet, has he?
I'm not sure, but
maybe someone in the comments and say. Obviously, I know they lost it to Lille, and then Lille got their team ripped apart, didn't they, and lost their manager.
Because since Pochettino, if we're comparing that, but I don't think Pochettino is the biggest problem here. I think in general, PSG have been bottle jobs for a while.
No, I'm not saying. I think it goes hand in hand, mate. That's what I mean. Like, they obviously have a mentality problem, but then they go and bring someone in who bottles finals as well. I was talking to Abdi about this. Like, I keep hearing Pochettino's an elite manager. I'd like to know where.
I think the difficulty with Pochettino is he's taken a team like Tottenham, which no one gave any hope at the time. He's taken them to heights that Tottenham have not been at.
Yeah.
And therefore he gets hailed as a god. But put him in a different team and you see a very different situation.
See, I don't want to think people think, because I hate Spurs, I'm hating on Pochettino. I think Pochettino is a very good manager. But for me, he's no elite manager. Like, I've heard him being compared to Guardiola, Klopp, Tuchel, and all that in the last 2 weeks. Mate, I'd have Arteta over Pochettino at the moment. Like, I think that Tottenham, the way Tottenham, he made Tottenham relevant, whether we like it or not.
He did. Under Pochettino, Tottenham were the best they have been in for a very long time.
Spurs were relevant then, but it just shows you can have all the best players in the world. If you can't manage them properly, then like the characters and the ego in that dressing room, I wouldn't want to work with that.
That's the thing. The big egos like that, you need some management skills to manage so many egos like that in one team. Do you almost think they have too much talent?
Didn't Guardiola, when he was at Barcelona, say he couldn't work with Neymar towards the end? Like, I think it's hard because there's, like we all know, there could be another debate, but there's only, in the French league, there isn't much to compete with. Like,
it is true, though.
Like, you look at the other French clubs. Lille ain't great, but they won the title. Okay, they got obliterated because people bought their players and took their manager.
But the same happened to Monaco.
Yeah, so when they had Mbappe and
they won the title, and they got sold everyone, and then he got relegated.
Lyon, when they won the title back then, same thing happened. And Marseille, like these teams, I wouldn't say these teams are Bordeaux when they've been in the Champions League. These teams ain't. I would be very interested if those teams were in the Premier League. I don't think they'd get in the top 10. But then I don't think PSG will get top 6 in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and that's a big thing for me. But they're just greedy, and what I mean, they're too talented. If that makes sense.
That's the thing I've heard mentioned a lot when I spoke to people. Is almost PSG have too much talent.
I think the problem with Messi is he don't want to be there.
No. You know, you could tell that he left Barcelona not because he wanted to, because Barcelona had to get rid.
Yeah, Neymar thinks it, like, let's be honest, Neymar left Barcelona to be the number one, and then Messi turns up. So automatically
There's too many big
Messi-
egos.
Messi thinks he's number one. But for me, the best player they've got on the pitch is Mbappe, and they're going to lose him.
Austin, have we got any comments?
Yes, two.
Mhm.
Tom has said Donnarumma, what a fall from Greece. And then he says it's a good point. To be fair, them and the German league aren't very good. I think even Spurs would finish second in those leagues.
I wouldn't say German Bundesliga is as uncompetitive.
I'd say there's 2 or 3 teams that compete there.
Whereas in
No,
France,
actually.
you get PSG.
I was going to say Dortmund, but they're pretty awful at the minute. But
At the minute, they're awful. But also, what tends to happen is Dortmund are very competitive, and then the gap between the two, first and second place, just increases as the season goes on.
for me, I've said it. I'm not going to go back because I'm not two-faced. When Messi went to PSG and Ronaldo went to United, I said Ronaldo's the one who ain't a coward because Messi's gone to retire in the French league.
Well, he wants to go to the MLS to retire, apparently. Rumours had it.
Well, he's gone to get a final massive payout before because no one's going to pay him what he's on.
No, of course
and definitely not in the MLS. Whereas Ronaldo, he's gone to Man United to try and test himself in the best league there is, because whether we like it or not, Premier League is the best league.
Well, now it is, because Spanish league's not exactly what it used to be.
No, I don't think that many of them are.
German league.
I can't really comment on the Italians because I don't watch it as much. I should watch more Italian
The
football.
Italian league has got a more competitive element because Juventus have not won it last season.
It was Inter, wasn't
Inter. So, this season they are far from that.
I've got a question for you, Hubert, then, on the PSG. So if they sack Pochettino, who do you think they'll go for? We'll go round.
See, that's... I don't know. Well, you need someone that can cope with the big egos. You need someone that can work them egos. And I'm not sure... I'm not sure if there's a manager that could work with big egos. Even Guardiola couldn't. Who would you have at PSG?
Well, I've asked the question. I don't even know.
I'd think just give it a French manager from another of the French clubs, because the managers who you'd expect, the big ego managers you'd expect, can't do it.
I'll tell you one manager who could do it. And Tom has just private messaged me and stole my thunder.
Is it what I think it is?
He's just put it in the comments as well.
Yeah.
Is it? Go on, tell me. See if it's who I just came up with.
I was about to say this, so
Wait, let's see if Hubert can guess.
No. I want him to say it. Go on.
Oh, okay, go on.
it's not a manager that manages now.
No. I didn't think it was.
Who do you want to say it? Me or Austin?
You say it.
Okay. The only manager I think potentially could have done it is Arsene Wenger.
That's the one I was thinking. Arsene Wenger to PSG.
Because you look at the amount of egos he had at Arsenal, whether they were world class, like Patrick Vieira, massive ego, Tony Adams, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp didn't even like fucking flying. So they had to. There's some stories they had to actually drug him, like knock him out, to get him to a Champions League game. So that's the only one that I could think that would jump out at me just to take them, just to win them a Champions League maybe, and then but I just don't think he'd do it.
I remember when Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, everyone basically linked him to PSG. Yeah. Everyone said, "Oh, should go to PSG now. Either that or the France job." That's why I thought Arsene Wenger, because the other thing that was mentioned as well is a lot of, as soon as the whole game finished, everyone was saying, right, that's it. Pochettino will get the sack because PSG wants Zidane as manager. But the man's got a massive ego. It's going to be like...
Zidane's got a bigger ego, him or the players.
That's the thing. It's like there's one petrol canister with basically the big ego of the players, and you're basically chucking a fireball into it with another ego.
See, that could either go one or two ways. That could really work or go horribly wrong.
There will be no in-between if Zidane goes to PSG.
No, that's probably the only realistic one I could see going there, because I think Pochettino's going United. if
Yeah.
I'm honest.
Yeah, I think United. And I don't know how many fans want Pochettino at United, but I think the club
Mate,
themselves.
they'll love it.
want-
When he wins a few games, they'll love him. You know our fans.
Yeah, I do.
How fickle fans are.
But the thing is with me, I wonder the club definitely want Pochettino at
Yeah,
United. That's been
Um,
for sure. It's the question of I don't think as many fans want Pochettino as people think.
So in the comments, if you're still watching, while we're talking about this, put who you think, apart from Tom and Liam, I know if you're still there, who you think PSG will go for. Because, like, for me, it's out of Zidane or Zidane.
Yeah, I think as much as it would be quite an interesting one. I don't think that's going to happen.
Brendan
I
Rodgers.
think he's too loyal to Arsenal, if I'm honest. Like, he don't seem to want to manage any other national club. But why he ain't going to leave FIFA now, is he?
No,
I just can't think of any top managers out there.
not really. Not managers that would be going to PSG because
Well, not many that would willingly want to.
it's not really an attractive proposition. No offense to PSG.
Would Deschamps take it after the World Cup?
Maybe. I don't know. After managing France, I'd bet. How old? I don't even know how old he is, but would he want to retire after managing France? That's probably the biggest job he can ever
he's
get.
that old because he was playing only a few years ago, wasn't he?
Because the France job is probably the biggest job he can get, really.
Yeah.
A lot of managers dream of managing their nation.
Mourinho.
I mean,
He
to
ain't
be
managed
fair,
in the French league.
to be fair, I'd love to see Mourinho at PSG, the man with another big ego, who's also seems to sometimes a bit unhinged. I'd love to see him at PSG. It would be
Who do
a
you think?
comedy.
Austin,
Austin, who would you have PSG?
Steve Bruce,
Well, you know,
Um,
Sam Allardyce,
Neil Warnock.
Alan Brazil.
Malachi.
Tony Pulis.
I don't
Oh
know.
god.
I really don't. I don't know any manager that would actually willingly go to PSG or
Could you-
like what Tom just said, maybe Vieira.
No, I can't even see Vieira. I can see Vieira going to City. You know.
I think Vieira
Well,
has more ambition than that.
Or ain't Thierry Henry a manager?
No,
He
he
is-
won't go. He
Like,
won't go.
he went into the French league with Monaco and he nearly got them relegated. So
Oh, I was going to say maybe he could have the potential.
It's not that he don't like PSG.
mm.
Because he
then
used to
what
play for Monaco himself and Juventus, and when he just don't like PSG. Vieira, I see taking the Man City job.
I think
I
Vieira
could have
has more
seen it.
ambition than
I
PSG.
could have seen him taking the Arsenal job if we didn't have the Kroenkes, but they're not going to allow Vieira to take that job. Not when he was part of trying to buy him out. Yeah, like you go through it. Klopp ain't going to leave Liverpool to take that sort of job.
No, if anything, he'll go to the German
Yeah.
national team.
Guardiola, I'd be shocked. Honestly,
No,
would.
I don't see him
Tuchel's
there.
obviously just come from there.
Liam said that Wenger is too busy with FIFA, so it'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
for them.
that's what I mean. So
When they say
That's-
too busy with FIFA, what do you mean?
he works for FIFA.
And he
What?
wants to be the FIFA president, apparently.
Oh,
He's not corrupt enough to do that. Sorry, he's not experienced enough to do that.
I thought you meant FIFA as in the video game.
No, for fuck's sake. The organisation that controls world football.
FA.
No.
No, that's England.
Oh.
Oh,
That's added onto the TikTok for the outtake.
Yeah,
Austin
that's
TV.
another one.
Welcome to Austin TV.
Right.
But yeah, then like,
Who
I'm trying to-
else?
who else?
Con-
Ancelotti wouldn't take it.
No, he's up. Yeah, I don't
Brendan
know.
Rodgers.
Yeah, why not?
Isn't it?
Who knows?
Mikel
Beautiful
Arteta.
human being.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who PSG would have, but hey ho, they're not in there anymore. So this week qualified are Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Man City, and Real Madrid. We'll be back next week to see who else qualifies and most likely talk about what's going to happen to Chelsea. Anyone want to buy a football club? Anyone?
If they're
yes,
still there.
I'll buy
Fredo
it.
and a Kit Kat.
I'll buy it for £1.
Fredo and a Kit Kat.
It's a
Bag of
waste
chips.
of money.
I'll chuck £1 and a packet of Walker's crisps in there for him.
No, but why are you wasting the Walker's crisps? I'll have
They're
the
not-
crisps, so you can go for the pound. Like,
Walker's crisps aren't very crispy.
I don't know.
I'll
Like,
buy Chelsea and then I'll just run it into administration.
you can't. No, you don't need to. Just let them do that themselves. Like, the banks have been suspended now, so
Oh.
because apparently, according to the
Every bank, there you go.
at
Chelsea.
the Athletic, they've said that they can't even afford to pay for fuel to fill up the team bus
I
because the
mean,
credit cards have all been.
that
George-
plus fuel in general as well.
George,
That
no,
just says it. Like, on a serious note, I know we're not really talking about Chelsea. It's alright having banter with the other clubs. I get that. I'm fine with that. I'm probably one of the worst people here to do that. But the ones I do feel sorry for are the ones who are working in the stadium, like the uni students who ain't got a job now. So, and in the women's game, Chelsea, if whether we like it or not, they are one of the leading lights. Arsenal are coming back, so there is certain bits of perspective. We could do a whole another show on that stuff, and we probably will, maybe at the end of the season, if this is all still going on, where we could have some heated debates. But yeah, for now, if you've got a spare 50p, you can donate. Oh no, you can't. Can't even do that.
What I'll
Definitely
do
for
is
the bucket.
Money can't go in.
maybe we can set up maybe a donation link, maybe or
No,
something.
you can't because the money
They,
can't go.
they
to the
won't
club.
go into anybody.
No, donation link.
No, but they
Set
can't.
a bucket. Put a bucket outside Stamford
Yeah,
Bridge.
you can't.
No, but you can't. Chelsea can't take any money in or out of the club. So
Not
you
Chelsea.
couldn't even give them 2p.
To show Sportsmania's support towards Ukraine, maybe we can set up a
Oh, I thought you meant Chelsea.
a donation.
Well, we'll probably talk more Chelsea next week, definitely, depending on what happens in the Champions League, and there'll be more updates by March 15th. The bids should have been submitted.
2024.
That is the deadline, March 15th next week. So hopefully I will still have a team to support. Otherwise,
That's
I'll be
right,
looking
mate.
at
You can always support Luton.
Wait, hang
No,
on.
Bedford. I'll look at Bedford Town season tickets.
I've been
but-
meaning to say that to you for days.
I knew you would. I was waiting for that. I was thinking, when are you going to come out with this? I knew you would.
Because I
at
missed
some
all the
point, so
chat
it
the
was
other
just-
day and I thought, I've got to say to
Right.
So
just
did I,
quickly
but yeah,
before we go, Tom just put. I just choked on my tea. EA Sports is in the game. Then a picture of Wenger laying on the bench.
I mean, it'll be funny.
So yeah, obviously keep an eye out because we will have Austin Outtake TV.
Cool. When-
Yes,
the
that's
end of the
coming at
season.
some point. That has to come at some point, probably at the end of the season in the highlights package. But yeah,
We-
thank you everyone for watching. We'll be
Yeah,
back with
cheers.
Champions League action next Friday. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, share it, click the bell to receive notifications so you can see us next week. We'll see you soon.
Also,
Oh.
if you want to find each or any of us, you can
Yes.
follow Hubert at
You can follow me at Subsonics UK. That's SUBSONIX UK. And George, where they can find you?
you can find me at Sullivan. No, at I've done it again.
We'll move on to
Austin, what
that
is
in a
it?
minute.
George S. 199.
At George S. At 1993 AFC. I nearly gave you guys my email address.
Yes.
You can find me there if you want.
Maybe.
And you can also find that numpty over there at
Travolta. At Sullivan.
John Travolta.
Well, Sullivan with 3 L's, remember?
Yeah, with 3 L's.
Also, if you want to follow us on the Twitter, we're at official S-Mania. Austin will drop the Twitter handle into the comments along with the link tree. So if you want to find us there.
And
We're
on
all
that link
there.
tree, you can find all the other bits we've got, social medias, and even the podcast. So follow us everywhere. Keep in touch. See you next week.
And take care.
Bye bye.
Is England's priceless gem!